Hey everyone, I'm Karen Dubbs with Flexible Warrior Yoga Health and Wellness. I get requests all the time for post-run stretch. So I'm going to share with you one of my favorite post-run stretch. It'll take about 10 minutes, okay? So go ahead and make your way into Child's Pose just for a second, just to pause because you want your hands stretched out wide, hips back to heels. And then make your way from there straight into Downward Facing Dog, and you're going to pedal your heels out right and left. So one of the things that I love about yoga is that you don't need any special equipment. Just like running, you just need minimal equipment, and you can do it anywhere, anytime. So right now I want you to just pedal out your heels right and left so you get a good stretch for your calves and your ankles. And then just bend your left knee, drop your right heel, and take your left ankle, your foot, behind your right ankle. Get a good stretch for that calf and Achilles. Really spread through your fingertips, press through your palms. And then from there, I want you to just bring your left knee to your left wrist for Pigeon Pose. You're gonna slide your right foot way back and then bring your forearms down. Now if your hips are really tight, you can stay propped up here, totally good. And otherwise come down to your forearms. If you're a little bit more flexible, you can bring your forehead down to your hands. I want you to take 3 deep breaths in and out through your nose and try to relax that hip. Each time you exhale, try to relax your shoulders, soften any tension that you're holding in your jaw, and see if just for a second in time you can really just surrender and be still. And then from there, you're going to go ahead and bring yourself all the way back up. That's pigeon stretch for your hip. You should do that after every run. You're going to drop this hip down. You're going to swing your back leg around and in front of you. So your right shin's in front of your left shin. And then you're just going to walk your hands forward. This is a great stretch for your hips too. You might feel it a little bit more on the right side than you do the left. It's all good either way. Walk your hands as far forward as you comfortably can and drop your head down to rest your neck and your jaw and your shoulders. And again, take a deep breath in and out through your nose. See if you can creep your fingertips just a little bit further away. And then from there, make your way up. We're going to do groin inner thigh stretch. So you're going to bring the bottoms of your feet together to touch. Your hands will be on your ankles. And the further that you scoot your feet towards you, the more intense the stretch will be. I'll just turn to face you. You can take your elbows, put them in the crease of your knees, and just a little bit of strength from your arms will press your knees gently open. Drop the weight of your head down so that your forehead is coming towards your feet. Again, feel free to slide your feet a little further away from you if the stretch feels a little bit too intense. Go ahead and make your way up from there. We're going to come into a straddle stretch from there. So your feet are going to go out wide. You're going to take your hands out behind you and give yourself a little scooch forward. And then if your back's a little tender, you're going to keep your hands just supporting behind you. Otherwise, hands can come out in front of you, and you're going to walk yourself. Again, it's not about how far you get in the stretch. It's the fact that you are taking the time to stretch your body and just accept where you already are. Don't worry about getting deeper into the stretch. Just embrace and breathe and try to relax. And again, like I said earlier, just surrender for a second into stillness. One more breath, see if you can creep just a little bit further, and then go ahead and make your way all the way back up. We're just going to repeat that on the other side. So come back to Child's Pose just like we started. So hips back to heels. Sharing my mat with my dog. Forehead to mat. And then shift your weight, curl your toes, downward facing dog. Pedal your heels out right and left. And you're just going to take your right foot and bring it behind your left ankle this time. That really allows you to get a little bit of a deeper stretch to the Achilles into the calf. Spread your fingertips out wide, really press through your palms, and then bring your right knee to your right wrist. You're going to point your left toes and slide them further back. And then come on down to your forearms if you want to. You can spread your elbows out wide and rest your forehead onto your hands. Your job right now into this stretch is to relax and surrender and let go and allow that hip to stretch. Take one more deep breath in and out through your nose. And then prop yourself up. You're going to go ahead and have a seat on that right hip and swing your left shin around in front so that your left shin's in front of your right shin, just like that. And then from there, same thing, you're going to bring your hands out in front of you, take a little walk forward, drop your head down between your arms, and walk as far forward as you comfortably can. This is a nice stretch for both hips. Take a few deep breaths in and out through your nose. And then make your way up from there into that Cobblers Pose or seated butterfly. So bottoms of the feet together to touch. Again, you can certainly slide your feet a little bit further away from you if that feels better. The closer that they are to you, the more intense the stretch will be. Elbows into the creases of the knees. Press gently down, so try not to be forceful with your stretch. Drop your forehead towards your feet. Take one more breath. Awesome stretch. And then make your way up into a straddle position. So legs out wide, flex through your feet a little bit, hands out behind you, give yourself a little scooch forward, a little deeper into your stretch. Hands out in front if you want, and then walk yourself forward. Since we're repeating this a second time, you might get a little bit deeper into your stretch, but that's not necessarily the goal. The goal is to embrace where you are and just feel the stretch through the interior part of the inner thigh and hamstring. Take 2 more breaths. Stretching is always better with a puppy. All right, make your way slowly up from there and back into child's pose. Now we hit hips, inner thigh, a little bit of hamstring. We're gonna do a little bit of quad next. So go ahead and make your way into child's pose. And then all the way into downward facing dog one more time. So downward dog is such a great, easy thing to do on a regular basis. You're going to shift your weight forward into plank pose, and just for a second, strengthen your core. Try to lower your hips so that they're down in line with your shoulders, belly pulling in, shoulders pulling back. And then with your legs straight, you can go ahead and come all the way down onto your stomach. You're going to reach back and grab the top of your right foot with your right hand. This is quad. You want to make sure that your right heel is right behind your right glute. Squeeze your butt a little bit and press your hip bones into the mat. Feel that nice stretch along the front of your right thigh. Take one more breath and kick your right foot gently into your right hand. And then go ahead and switch it up, left foot into left hand. Forehead rests down onto your hand. Squeeze your glutes a little bit, press your hip bones into the mat, and kick the top of your foot gently into your hand. Feel the stretch intensify a little bit as you do that. Go ahead and release for a second. I want you to come up to a kneeling position. Just round up your spine into cat pose. So belly's pulling in, spine is pressing up, chin is drawing to chest. And then return to a neutral spine, curl the toes, come back into plank. Engage your core, squeeze your thighs, pull your shoulders back, open your heart. And then lower all the way back down onto your belly. Now if that single leg quad stretch that we just did felt okay for you, you're gonna just reach back and grab the tops of both feet into both hands. One foot in each hand, knees towards each other right under the hips. So make sure the knees are not splayed out. The feet are right behind the sitting bones. And then from there, you're gonna kick the tops of the feet into your hands, open your chest, reach your toes to the sky. Great stretch for the whole front line of the body. Feel the gentle rock of the body forward and back with your breath. And then release that gently. Press back to a kneeling position. We're going to round your spine up again. So cat pose, you pull the belly, round the spine up to the sky, chin to chest. And keeping that flexion of your spine, you're going to sit your hips back to your heels. So this is called shell stretch. Great stretch for the low back. Okay, so from there, I want you to go ahead and flip over. Just one more thing to do, and then we're done. So you're going to go ahead and lie down onto your back. Just bear with me for 60 seconds in time. I want you to just chill out. So lie down on your back, bottoms of the feet together to touch. Hands rest onto your stomach. Relax your eyes closed. Trust me here, just do this with me. Hands on your belly, eyes closed. Feet to touch, knees out wide. Take a deep breath in through your nose and feel the hands rise up with the breath so that you're feeling your belly and the lowest part of your lungs with your inhale. And as you exhale, drop tension, relax your groin, relax your hips, relax the space between your eyebrows. Let go of all tension. Chill power. Do it again. Inhale, fill your belly with air. Feel your hands rise up on the inhale. Exhale, drop tension, and just for this moment in time, surrender, let go, and chill out. One more time together. Deep breath in. Fill your body with air, new energy, positivity. Exhale, drop negativity, tension. Let it all go. Just for a second. Empty your lungs completely and pause. Go ahead and feel free to stay there longer if you really feel that you need a longer rest. Otherwise, pull your knees into your chest. Give yourself a little hug. Lift your head, neck, and shoulders up, nose to knees. Hugging your thighs to your rib cage. Just grateful for the little amount of time that you carved out to take good care of yourself. And then you can rock and roll yourself all the way up to sitting. Cross your legs. Keep the requests coming. I am grateful for your requests, and I'm glad to film extra videos to try to meet your requests. So go ahead and comment and share and like. And remember, flexibility is power. Namaste.